yeah, we were delighted with Gidleigh Park's performance at Newbury. It was obviously a step up in trip and taking on some more experienced horses as well, useful looking novices, and so for him to put in a performance like that was very exciting indeed. And his jumping got better the more the race developed. It almost didn't go fast enough to begin with, and but halfway down the back it sort of kicked into gear, and the further the race went on, the better he was, and to see him pull clear like that was, as I said, very exciting. And all being well now, he'll head to Cheltenham at the end of January for Trials Day for a Grade 2 novices hurdle over a similar trip. Yeah, I don't. After yesterday, I wouldn't want to be going up in trip anymore. He certainly travelled well through the race, and obviously, he won first time out at Exeter over 2, and I wouldn't. Yeah, so all being well, that's where we'd be headed if he comes through his January assignment. Well, he has the potential to be as good as any of the good novices we've had, but it's all about them doing it and performing on the track. And so far, he's doing that, and the form's working out well. But obviously, the next time it'll be a step up in grade, and that'll tell us more. So, but at the moment, the dream is very much alive. Yes, delighted. Beat the Bat. We knew we were taking on potentially a very smart mare in Enos, and they pulled a long way clear of the third, and it was really taking performance from Beat the Bat, trying to concede £7 to what looks like the top novice mare in this country at the moment. So it was a drop in trip for Beat the Bat as well, and he handled that no problem at all. And so it sort of sets us up nicely now for sort of after in the new year into the spring, with the view of do we step up in grade or look at sort of the spring handicaps. And I think we're probably looking more towards getting one more run into him, and then looking at good handicaps come the spring festivals. So he'd be hopefully an unexposed novice to run in some of those big handicaps. Yes, in Excelsior's Day, I was pleased actually to see him put 2 good runs back to back. He didn't do that last year, and he just made a couple of small errors just at the wrong moment in the race at the 4th and 3rd last. Nothing drastic, but just enough to put him on the back foot when the race was really on, and so it just probably cost him slightly his finishing effort. But he's 2 good, as I said, 2 good runs back to back. He's still a relatively unexposed young horse, and hopefully there'll be more to come from him through the course of the season. I think we'll look. He won't be out until the end of January, early February. Probably a similar sort of 2-mile handicap. I know there's a race at Sandown early February. Possibly we could go there. We were delighted with Martha Devine on her first start for us and the Hofer Racing Syndicate. Really pleased with how she travelled and jumped through the race, and turning in she just got a little bit outpaced, and then her stamina kicked in after the last, and she battled all the way to the line. So to be beaten only just half a length in what's normally a very strong mare's handicap. So we know she gets further on her form from Ireland, but I don't know, I haven't decided just yet where we go next with her, but I wouldn't be afraid to stay at that trip, especially on slightly softer ground. So, but you'd like to think on the back of that she'll be giving the syndicate plenty of fun, that's for sure. Silver Jet makes his debut in what looks a very competitive maiden hurdle at Ascot over 2 mile 5, but you'd expect that around a course like Ascot, and he's finished runner-up on his only start in Irish Point to Point, and he's a lovely, big, tall, rangy individual, and we've been very happy with him at home, and looking forward to getting him started and seeing how he gets on against some other useful looking maidens. So hoping for a good run from him. my tie steps up in grade over fences, and he's obviously made the most of a match race the last day of the opportunity to just get more experience into him, and that will hopefully stand him in good stead with tomorrow in mind. Again, it's a small field for runners, but it's another step potentially up the ladder, and if he can put in a good jumping performance, then hopefully he won't be too far away. Yes, I went back down. Obviously, winner when last seen in Ireland before being snapped up by the Noel Feely syndicate. So we've just taken our time with him and let him come to hand. And he's ready to get started. And we've decided to go for this listed bumper as opposed to run in a bumper with a penalty. I think we couldn't have found him a more competitive race if we tried, but we're certainly going to learn a lot more about him. He does everything nicely at home, and looking forward to seeing what he can do on the racecourse for us. Well, I think we might as well run in a. We didn't want to go novice hurdling this year with him. We wanted to just give him a bit more time to mature, and we felt, well, rather than running around under a penalty in an ordinary bumper, we try him against some good other, obviously, bumper winners, better horses, and see what level we're at with a view to sort of future targets. So it's going to tell us plenty tomorrow, that's for sure. Yeah, the outer belly. I mean, this has been the plan all along, and it was great to get course and distance experience into him the last day on his first run in a handicap, and that will have sharpened him up and brought him forward plenty. So wouldn't want the ground to dry out any more than it is for him, but looking forward to obviously taking his chance in, as you say, what's always a competitive handicap, as it should be for the prize money on offer. So looking forward to seeing him back in action, and hopefully he can be very competitive. Yes, for sure. Yeah, we had this race in mind. He's a lightly raced second season hurdler, and we were keen to sort of target some of the better handicaps, but I wanted to get some more experience into him before going for a better race, hence why we ran at Ascot in early November with a view to coming on to this race, as opposed to trying to run him in a Greatwood or something like that first time out. So it's been about stepping stones getting to this point, and hopefully he can take the step up in his stride. All being well, with a clear round, you'd like to think he can be bang there with every chance. So obviously these handicaps always need a little bit of luck in running as well, things to just fall your way, but he's in really good form with himself at home. So looking forward to running him and seeing how we get on. It's a good question. We haven't actually got anything for the Formby as it is now. This time around, we did consider it for a couple of hours, but I can understand they're trying to sort of create more of a sort of Christmas sort of bonanza, I suppose is the word. But I don't know whether it needed to be this clash the same day as Kempton and the King George or the Christmas Hurdle. I'd thought maybe there would another day over the Christmas period potentially that it could have stood alone. I know you've got the Welsh National, obviously, the day after Boxing Day, it's obviously I'm not involved with the powers be and the jockey club and trying to create the sort of spectacle, but I think obviously from the southern sort of trainer's point of view, Aintree logistically is quite. If you've got the horse good enough, of course you're going to go. But I can understand from northern trainers' point of view, they must be absolutely delighted to have a sort of Grade 1 fixture on Boxing Day. So I think I can understand that sort of the BHA and jockey trying to create sort of equal chances, fairness. But I still, ultimately, I think it's a race with a great history and deserves to be sort of a standalone feature on its own. But there's always going to be change, and things are going to take time to bed in. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, pretty much like any other day, to be honest. The horses don't know it's Christmas, so. But obviously, yeah, the lads, they split into sort of two teams. One worked Christmas morning or Christmas Day, and the others worked New Year's Day. So, yeah, obviously a jolly atmosphere, but it's busy time of year for us at racing. Boxing Day, that Christmas to New Year period is very, very busy. So, yeah, business as usual. Horses need feeding, looking after, riding out. Might be the odd Christmas hat and things, but yeah, no, otherwise, yeah, very much business as usual. Yeah, we're lucky my parents live next door, so yeah, obviously Christmas is all about the kids as well, so our two girls, it's great to, yeah, get that time to spend with them while they're at their age of 9 and 6 still. It's all very exciting, so yeah, we go over and spend the afternoon with the family, so nice to get a little bit of downtime, what otherwise a busy period. So the team, it depends. I mean, those that are working, they normally tend to be the guys that live a bit more locally, so they haven't got to travel yet too far to see friends and family. But yeah, we try and incorporate them all. There's the staff party and all that sort of thing as well. So yeah, we try and make sure we celebrate it as best we can. I can tell you the worst. That was, I don't know, and what was, I knew where my mother kept her Christmas present list. So I'd already seen what I was getting. I couldn't believe it because it was the same as what she was giving her godson, which was an insect, sort of do your own insect, collect your insect kit sort of thing. So I can't even remember how old I was, under 10, that's for sure, but it was not just the present, but the fact it was the same as what her godson was getting was, yeah, I was pretty mortified about that, but yeah. The best one was probably, what did I get? Maybe the following year, actually, they did make out a crossbow. So which, yeah, for a 9-year-old boy was quite exciting. So probably pretty lethal, but anyway, yeah, I thought that was great fun at the time. A hat full of winners. Obviously, I mean, Kira had a nasty accident early this autumn, so just for her to be back fit and well and back to herself, that'd be the best present we could get this Christmas. Yeah, bread sauce, plenty of bread sauce, definitely like that. Not so much a fan of cranberry sauce though, but yeah, everything else would go.